Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope that you people are doing well. Today I'm going to quickly teach you how to create Google Forms, how to create a questionnaire in your Google Forms. This week the plan is to finalize the questionnaire in Google Forms and send it out to collect the data. From next week we are going to start SPSS. So let's jump into the creation of the questionnaire before we send it out for the collection of the data. By now I believe that your question would be finalized, and I'm sure that you have already come up with all the variables, independent and dependent variables, and you have also created the demographics and the covering letter. So first thing first, make sure that you have your questionnaire folder open for quickly copying and pasting. I'm not going to do all of them. You have to do that by yourself, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So you see that you have your questionnaire with the cover letter ready. So it's better to open it first. So open your questionnaire with the cover letter as a window. So when it starts, then we wait a little and we see what is going on here. Let it load. Once we see our questionnaire loaded, then we have the cover letter already here. So the cover letter is here and the variables are here. The topic is the impact of social media and websites on purchase intention. Let's suppose that is our question. So I will make it, I'll minimize it. Then I will go to my Gmail. When you go to your Gmail, you will see that in your Gmail there are these 9 dots. You click on the 9 dots and you find Google Forms. When you find Google Forms, click on the Google Forms. It will open the Google Forms for you, and you will see that the Google Forms will have, if you have some questionnaire that people shared with you or you have your own questionnaire, all of them would be in this front page. These are the types of forms that you can create. That is not the scope of this lecture. We're directly jumping into how to create our questionnaire. So click on the blank form. When you click on the blank form, this is what you will see. You have some, this is a common window that you will see, a common page that you will see. So first thing, let's name our questionnaire. Most of the people even put the title here and the covering letter here. You can do that as well. You put the title here. You can. I'm just showing you two methods. You can put your title here, and then you can paste your covering letter here. That is one method. What I normally do is I would normally name it my title. So the title is the impact of social media on customer satisfaction. I'm just creating a topic by myself, and I'll create questions. I may not copy all the questions from the questionnaire, and I call it marketing research questionnaire, or I can name it a project, whatever, project 3 or project 4 or project number, whatever project I have. Make sure you could put the correct questionnaire. So this is what you do. I'll show you how to beautify it later. For now, just focus on putting your topic here, then marketing research. This is just the title of the form that you give here. See, automatically it is transferred to and automatically it is saved. Then you have options, and the options are here on the right side of the screen. These options are important for you to understand. Let's go through some of them quickly. The most important one that you'll be focusing on is adding a question, because you have a lot of questions. Then this one is importing a question. So suppose if you have another Google form ready somewhere and you want to import it from that Google form, you can click on it and you can import it. Then these are for, as you know, that this for the adding title and description, which is already added. You see that added title and description, the same thing that we added there, it is added here, which we already have. So I'm not going to go there. You can add an image if you want. We'll come to that in a while. You can add a video, and our focus would be more on adding questions and adding sections. So already these are the sections which are demarcated or split, and it can be clearly seen. So our first section, or our first important thing, is creating a title and naming. Slight description to find out what is this questionnaire about. So normally I would name it as the name of my project or the name of my paper, and then I would also give it a quick project number if it is under a project, or year number. Then let's go and create a section. When you create a section, this is a section that is created. This question is wrong. Let's edit this question. So create a section, and the section, as usual, it will have a title and it will have the description. So I will call it a covering letter or cover letter. And then I will try to copy the cover letter from here and I will paste it there. So I can copy it from here, copy, Control C, or you can right click and copy, and then go to your questionnaire, and then you can right click and paste, or Control V. You see that the whole questionnaire is automatically pasted here nicely. You can also add a photo here. The photo of, say, our university is here. As you can see, this one you can add it. For now, let's leave it here. I will show you later once we are done with the questionnaire. So the questionnaire cover letter is ready, alhamdulillah, and everything is done and dusted. Let's move and create another section. So then another section is two methods are there, and I told you psychologically speaking there are different reasons for it. Either you create your demographic section first and then follow it with the section of variables, or you create your section of variables first followed by your demographic variables. We can do both of them, or both of them have their own positive and negatives depending on the situation. And the situation is that if you think that your demographic variables are of prime importance and you want all of them to be there first before the respondents get tired of your questionnaire, then you can create the demographic part first. If you want to make sure that the respondents reply to the variables because the variables are of prime importance, then you go with your variable. So in any case, let's create our variable section first. So now you see that how many variables I have. I have a number of variables. My first variable is social media, so let's call it social media variable. This is my variable section. Make sure you understand that this is my variable part. So we have social media as one variable. You give a definition of social media if you have any, like these instructions. You copy it from here, copy, and you paste it there. Nice. Now one of the things is done, alhamdulillah. Now we have to start adding questions on the social media. So you click on add question. You see that a question is automatically created. Now you have to figure out what type of question you are adding. If you come to your questionnaire, you see that it's a scale, and the scale is from strongly agree to strongly disagree. Now my question number one is the social media pages of universities are often visited by the current students. So I simply copy it from here, copy, and I paste it there. Now I pasted the questionnaire. Now you have to choose how do you want the respondents to reply to it. By the way, you can add pictures to all of them, but it will make it more heavy. The questionnaire will get bigger, and chances are that some of the respondents may not like it. I prefer to keep it simple. We'll beautify it once you are done with the questionnaire, don't worry. So you have this section created. Now you see that the question is scale. As you can see, it's a scale question, scale, right? So what you do is you go to this drop down menu, and in this drop down menu you have multiple options. You can even collect data qualitatively by including short answers or paragraphs. You can have check boxes, you can have drop down menus, you can have so many options there. You can add time and date and so on. For now our focus is only on multiple choice questions, tick boxes, and scale. So it's a scale. We click on the scale. It asks you to define the scale. It starts from 0 or 1. It starts from 1. Is it a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 10 type scale? We have a 5 type Likert scale. With 1, what is it? With 1 is strongly agree, and 5 is strongly disagree. So very nicely done. Let's call it strongly agree as 1. And I call 5 as strongly disagree. Very nicely done. Now, the rest of the things are easy. Either you want to follow the same procedure and you want to do all of them one by one, keep on adding questions, or you just quickly duplicate this question. So this question will be automatically duplicated. You just need to add question number 2 here. The rest of the stage, the rest of the scale will be the same. So I select this question, I copy it, and I pasted it instead of this question. You see that the same question is copied. It is actually the same question by potential customers. So this is potential customers. Okay, it's a different question. So it's also a linear scale. Everything is done. Suppose my variable number 1 is completed. Let's create another section and call it another variable. I call it, suppose my next variable is website. So let's call it websites. I created a variable by the name of websites. What is websites and what do I want to create? This is what I have defined it. So I will just copy it from here. I'll paste it in the description, and then I will start adding the questions the same way. What is the question? Question is again on the scale form. The first question is, the first image developed about a university is through its website. So you copy it and you paste it here. And of course you make sure that the errors and the mistakes are removed. It is a linear scale. It is a scale with one strongly agree. Make sure that you do not make mistake in strongly agree and strongly disagree in the way it is presented in your questionnaire, because this is what you have to create in the SPSS as well, which I'm going to show you inshallah in a while. So this question number 1 is created. Let's duplicate another question. So my question number 2 is, say, just quickly choose one question. You have to do all of them, by the way. You have to do all of them one by one. So my question number 2 is also done, alhamdulillah. Okay, one more thing that you have to keep in mind, that you can make this questionnaire required. When you click on this questionnaire required, the respondents may not be able to move further unless they click on this question. I would suggest that you click this on all the sections or all the questions. Why? Because if these sections or these questions are required, you will see that the respondents would be able to see these questions only in the respondent should be able to see your next question only if they answer your previous question. So I made it required. We will see inshallah in a while the preview, and then you get an idea what I'm talking about. So we have created some sections. The title is done, the cover letter is nicely done, my first variable is done, my second independent variable is done. Let's quickly create a section. I can also duplicate this one, the whole thing. So I can duplicate the whole section as well if I want. Let's duplicate the whole section. I duplicated the whole section, but of course I have to change the name. I will just skip quickly directly to my dependent variable. So my dependent variable is here, student choice, for example. I copy it from here and I paste it in the duplicate section. Make sure you remove the mistakes. Then this section, collect data on what, you collect that, you paste it there nicely. Then your question number 1, again it is a scale. This is my question number 1 of the dependent variable. I selected it, I pasted it there. Then I go to my question number 2, I selected it from there and I copied and I pasted it here. So alhamdulillah, my questionnaire is nicely done. My sections are created. I would recommend that you create one more section. Actually we are left with 2 more sections. You see that the variables are done. Then we have the one more section, which is the demographic section. So either you call it demographic or respondents profile, or you can also call it demographic. What data you're collecting about respondents, or you can also say tell us about you. Okay, I added a sec question. My demographic question number one is, for example, I will quickly jump into the demographic section, age, gender, and so on. So I'll call it, for example, gender. You see, Google will also suggest to you. So you have one male and two female. Make sure that you clear about one male and two female. My one is male and my two is female. This is called coding, and I have to do that later as well. It's a multiple choice question. The respondents are required to click on one, and then it is a required question. You duplicate this question, and then you add, for example, age. When you add age, it's better not to duplicate this. Let's delete this. So you have also an option of deleting. By the way, I'm deleting this question and I'm creating a new question. All of them, I hope that you're following, right? You can pause it and make it slow if you want. So I call it age, and the age is my age bracket. Make sure that you know your age bracket. So under 25 1, 25 to 35 2, and so on and so forth. I'll quickly create. My age is not short questions. My age is again multiple choice. Number one is under 25. My option number two is 25 to 35. My option number three is, say, 35 to 45. And the next one is, say, above 45, just making it quick, above 45. This is very nicely done. My demographic section, all the questions are also nicely done. Now let's go through some of the options for you to understand, to beautify your question. Like you can see that my questionnaire on the Google form is nicely created. Everything is very, very nicely done. I now just have to just beautify it. Now I make it required as well. As I told you that when you're done with the whole questionnaire, I recommend adding one section. You can add a section with a picture as well. You can call it thank you. Thank you for responding to my questions, whatever you call it. And then we will add a picture in a while. So you see how to add a picture, don't worry. So we see the sections. When you come to the sections, there are these three buttons, and these three buttons also have things. You add description to it, you go to the section based on answer, you shuffle the options order. These are not normally, we normally don't do that in the questionnaire when you're collecting data from respondents. Normally we do that when you're conducting a quiz and collecting data from students. So my questionnaire look good as of now, but I want to make it a little beautiful, a little more beautiful. Say I don't like this purple color. I want to change the color theme. So let's go to the top now. In the top corner, on the top right corner, you have some options, right? On the left corner, you have the title of your questionnaire. You have going back to the home. You have your folder. You're moving it to the folder, for example. Let's go and check on customization of your questionnaire slightly. So I want to customize my questionnaire. I want to give it a name, social media and customer satisfaction. I want to start the header with a nice beautiful picture. Let's first look how my questionnaires look like in the current form. So you see this this is called preview. You click on it, it will show you how your questionnaire will look like. My questionnaire will start something like that. The impact of social media on customer satisfaction, marketing research questionnaire, project 2, for example. Then next, I see a covering letter, and the covering letter is on the topic, the impact of social media on customer satisfaction, cover letter, blah, blah, blah. Then I go to section number 2. Next section, it is the same question, but this section is required. I would not be able to move further if I have clicked on required. And you see that this section is required. So you have to answer to see another section, right? This is just to show it to you. So, but you saw that the questionnaire appeared very smooth, without any problem, with all the sections that I've created. But I want to make it a little more beautiful. How can I do that? Let me add some colors and some photos to it to make it look beautiful. So let's add a header photo. Header photo is that it is something that will appear in the beginning. So the header photo, you can choose it in the custom photos, which are already there. You can see on the left side of this window, there are options that you can choose. You can upload your own photos as well. So the choice is yours. As we are talking about school, as we are talking about collection of data, let me choose, say, let's choose a nice photo. Which photo would be nice? Okay, I like this photo. So I selected this photo, insert. Now this photo is inserted in the header. Now you can see that now our questionnaire theme have changed to suit the color of the photo. You can always adjust it. You don't want like this pinkish color or the peach color, you can change it to any other color as well from here. See, this is theme color, but they're normally their custom selected colors are nice. You can make it a little darker, you can make it absolutely uh, different background. I normally leave it like that. You have the font size of the whole questionnaire, change it. I normally don't touch this because it doesn't look very nice if you go to any other design. The normal ones are enough. So I clicked on this one where I got the themes. I uploaded an image. The image looked beautiful, the theme changes. Now look at it, my questionnaire looked like that previously. Now let's see how does my questionnaire look like. Now you see my questionnaire look more appealing. It started with the beautiful header picture. It has the theme color different. You see the difference, right? This one like this. And now let's go and check. You will see that the header picture would be on all. This one you can, the header picture, which are these pencils, color pencils, you can make it our university logo as well. So you can just download the university logo. For example, let me download the IIM logo. If I download any logo quickly, let's say this one, if I can quickly download it, I will try to download it. I downloaded, save the image, I saved it. Save it where? Let's save it on the desktop. IIM. Okay, I saved it on the desktop. Let's see how will it look like if I change the color, this one, to IIM logo. Let's try it. I browse it. I will go to, say, my desktop. IIM is there. Okay, it is nicely uploaded. Even though I did it very fast, you have to find out a beautiful one, a little better one, but anyway, it can work. Don't worry, it will work for us, hopefully, inshallah. So I uploaded the image. Nice, it looks like I am. You see that the Google automatically changed the theme in order to suit the theme of the color to make it look beautiful. You can also make it a little more pretty. You can add more to it. So now let's see how does my questionnaire. This was the one. I personally like it. And now I added the IM logo if I want to, and it will look something like that. So the options are unlimited. You do it the way you want to do it. You make it the way you think you can make it beautiful. So you can add any logo, any illustration, anything that you want to make it look beautiful. See, like you change it, the color theme would be changed. It will look even prettier. So you see that the three different options I'm quickly showing you. So this is the one it looks like. This is the one with the IM logo. This is the one with another one. I personally look like this one is more appealing to me, but you can have whatever you want to have, right? So you got the idea of adding the photo in order to make it look beautiful. For now I will add the same one because somehow, I don't know, I like it. The color theme and everything looks really nice and appealing. So if I'm a respondent, when I look at this one, it looks like I'll be able to respond to the question. It makes me ready to respond to the question. And one of the things that you have to keep in mind is that you can see that your question will start with the title and just this. If you don't want this, you want the respondent to directly see the title and the cover letter. So what you do is you keep the title like that, and you copy the question, the cover letter from here, copy, and you add it here. Now you will see that things will look different now, and I want to completely delete this section. So you delete this section of cover letter, and now I have automatically the questionnaire started with this section. You can see that it will look now different. So the respondents, when they click on the link of the questionnaire, rather than looking at only an empty title with your project, normally I do that for my own self. So you can always duplicate the question by there. This is for my own self. I want to create another one like that. So of course you go to these three dots and you can go to make a copy. I'll come to this in a while. So you see the questionnaire look different now. You see that when the respondent click on the link, they will look at like this, and this is more appealing. And the next section would be the section of the variables. So it is more appealing. The choices are unlimited. You can do that the way you want to do it, right? So I added the cover letter there. Now let's see if we can beautify it a little further. So I go to this section. I want to make this section little beautiful. How can I make it beautiful? Let me add a photo related to social media. There are options. You can upload it, you can take a camera, URL, blah blah blah, all these options. Directly go to Google image and search for social media. Now these questions are related to social media. You see, this is social media. You find out a good photo. Normally these would be free as it is there, and I say I selected this photo, insert. Okay, this is what I'm going to see now. Check it out. Okay, now this is what it was originally. Directly you go to the section and you see social media with the definition of social media and directly the questions. But now I have beautified a little more, and I added a photo or a picture related to social media, just to have that aesthetics, to make it look good. Your marketers, it should make it look good. So you see the first page is just like that. The second, which was on social media, you see that it has the definition of social media, then the photo of social media, just to give them a nice touch, keep them engaged with the topic, and then they will go and click on, say, the options. So when they click on the options, they would go next and they would see websites. Now websites also looks very blank, so you add a photo of, you can also add a title of it, by the way, here if you want, right? So I want to add in the website a photo as well. How do I do that? I call it website, for example. Let's choose this one as it looks better. You can add a video as well, by the way. You can add a video as well if you want. Now you see that when the respondents go to the websites, the website previously was like this, blank, as you can see, but if I refresh it, it will look slightly different. You see, this is my first section, this is my second section. I have to answer, otherwise it will not go further. Then it is my third section on the website. So you see, things are looking more appealing now. The things are looking more beautiful now. You can add a video as well. Let's try adding a video on university, right? In the university, let's try to add a video. So say IIM video. Of course, we cannot choose a very long video. This is a 9-minute video, 93-minute video, 2-minute video leading the way. I love this. I simply love this anthem of IIM. So you want the respondents to hear the whole IIM anthem of 2 minutes before they are able to answer the questionnaire. You see, you click on it, the respondents go further, you go further, you select the options, whatever options you want to select. You go, you have the website, select the options, and then you will see that a video should appear here. Now the video appeared. Let's see what it says. Oh, I love it.
Let's lead the way, lighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam.
Wow, I love it. Whenever I listen to this song, either in our monthly meetings or anything, I simply love this. So let's lead the way and lighten the future, inshallah. So you can add it if you don't want to have a video, which I would not recommend, by the way, because adding a video is too much for the people. But at times you can add a GIF file, and a GIF file comparatively is easy to add in the form of adding image. So the GIF file will make it look a little more engaging. I would not recommend adding the video. So you see that we are done with the questionnaire. The questionnaire looked nice. Let me quickly add a picture of a university. IIM. Okay, this is our beautiful university. Let's add this one. I just randomly adding the picture, by the way. I'm not collecting a lot of, I'm not doing a lot of research. Respondents profile, you can add picture even here as well, by the way. You see that male and female. Individual questions, in individual questions, you can also add photo. You see that you can add a photo on individual questions. Let's try adding a photo on the demographic quickly. Let's add a photo on the, I hope we will get a good photo. Okay, so these are photo related to gender. I added this one. Let's see how will it look like when we have a photo on the gender. Let's go and check the questionnaire. So we have this and that. I'm just adding. Then we move on to the respondent. You see, tell us about you. So it starts with the gender. What is your gender? Very nice. Then you can add age. So let's add one more question on the age as well. One more photo on the age. You click on it. You will see when it is enabled. You click on the photo. You add photo of age. Okay. So the photo of age is added very nicely. You see that the photo of age would be added nicely in the questionnaire. We have to go through it. Let me disable the required thing. For me at least, you can keep it by yourself for yourself, but for me I don't like it required, because that way I have to go to the whole questionnaire again and again. So I'm just quickly showing you rather than filling it myself. When you click on the question, you have options enabled, by the way. When you click on the options, you have options enabled. You see, I'll just quickly make it not required. Otherwise, I will keep on doing it and it will take more time from me. So I quickly go there. This is the questionnaire, that how it looks like. Go to the next section. The website section looks nice. Then go to the section of the student choice university. It looks nice. Then go to the demographic variables. You see the demographic variable. This is age. IP, I just noticed it, but anyway. Then you have the next section, which is the thank you section. So I would recommend that in the thank you section, you can add a beautiful short clip. You can add some more description like thank you. We will let you know what is going on. Know about the results or findings. The findings of our study or whatever. Thank you. So the respondent, you can say enjoy this free coupon from us, whatever, enjoy touring it or whatever. I don't know, you just give them a token of appreciation. I told you that that depends on your own style, that depends on your own budget. You can add a photo of thank you as well. Let me add a photo of thank you. So you can have thank you photo like this, the GIF file or the GIF file. So if you have a GIF file, it will also look like this, .gif. I don't know which one to choose now. In GIF, what is this? Let's see, I don't know. I don't think it looks beautiful. Anyway, so I would rather suggest I would rather I would rather choose a I would rather choose a photo rather than this. Yes, let's make it simple. Nicely done. Respondent see this. Let's go to the last section. This is the preview that I'm looking at it. What I'm looking at it is, this is what exactly what the respondent is going to look at. You can actually have your own look as well, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a while, don't worry. So you see this is a thank you one, so it looks very beautiful. Everything looks nice, and then submit, right? So this is how you develop a questionnaire. Let's quickly go through some of the options that we have on the top. So you already got the themes options, you already got the preview options, we have some settings. What are these settings? These are important for you to understand, because these settings will help you make sure that you get to your objectives. Normally I would do that. The first one is collecting the addresses, the email addresses of the respondent. So you make sure that you click on it if you really want to know the email addresses of the respondents. Then if you click on that, restrict to users in the IIM and its trusted organization, this link is an important link, because when you do that, it means that people who are accessing the link from outside, which are not trusted, will not be able to access your form. In my case, because I'm using the IM email, that's why it asked me. Maybe it do not ask you the same thing. Then what options do you give to the respondents? They can edit their responses after submit. I normally don't click on that. See summary of charts and responses. I also normally don't do that on that. Let's go to the presentation. You see the show bar. It's very important for the respondents, depending on how big your questionnaire is. Remember, it also has some psychological explanation to that. Sometimes when you want the respondents to see the slide bar or the progress bar, it gives the respondents a feeling that they are progressing and they're getting closer to the completion. But if your questionnaire is very long, you will see that the respondents will get exhausted when they see that, oh my god, I'm still like 70% is left or 80% is left after they complete a few sections. So the choice is yours. You want to make the respondents see the bar, or you don't want them to see the bar. Then show link to submit another response. If you want them to submit another response, you give them some message, personalized message after they complete and click on submit. They will also see the thank you, but once they click on submit, they see that your response has been recorded. Thank you so much. Whatever it is, quizzes is not for us. So this was on the settings. Let's click on these three dots and see what it has to offer us. If you want to undo something, if you want to make a copy of the same questionnaire and quickly change it, if you want to delete it, if you want to get a pre-filled link for you to see, let's click on the pre-filled link and see how our questionnaire will look like. Now our questionnaire will look something like that. You see that? This is our questionnaire. It looks very nice and very beautiful. Everything is very organized. Everything is nicely done. And that is how our questionnaire will look to the respondents. You can get a link if you want to respond. Click on the link. If you want to get the link, I will come to the link part in 1 second. Just give me a minute. You click on there and you will see that this is what your questionnaire will look like. You can add collaborators as well. Collaborators are those people who you want to change, give the authority to change the questionnaire, add and delete sections. So suppose in your group you have given someone to work on website variable and you want them to add the question on the website, they can do that. You can add them as a collaborator. So the collaborator option, you click on it and you can add people that you want to add people. So you can also do one thing and click on see what people can do. To editors can change the permission and share viewers and comments and so on, and so they can download it. Get a shareable link. You want to get a shareable link copied. Now you see that restricted only people added can open with this link. Now I copied the link. Let's see what the link has to do for us. So you copy and paste the link here. You see that the link took me to the questionnaire, which I can change. Well, I'm already signed in, so I have to test it on another one. So this is your questionnaire. It is ready. Once the questionnaire is ready, everything is done and dusted, you click on send the questionnaire. So send the questionnaire to who? Either you put your respondents, you can write a nice email to them, or you can click on this thing, the chain kind of thing, and you can get a link that you can share with your friend on social media. I would suggest you click on shorten URL. When you click on shorten URL, it will generate the same link for the paper for your questionnaire, but a little shorter. You copy it and you paste it anywhere, it will take you to the questionnaire. So I clicked it and it took me to the questionnaire. I have to fill it and I have to do it. You can see that the questionnaire is already ready to be rolling out. There are some other options. Let's go through the options. You can directly send the link to Facebook from here and so on. Automatically collect respondents, International Islamic University email addresses. I told you that if you want to do that. And this is the more detailed information if you want to embed it somewhere. So for us is only the email option and the link option. So the question is ready to be rolled out. I hope that you enjoyed this lecture of developing a Google form questionnaire. In the coming class, I would like to see your questionnaire so that we can directly send it for the data collection, and the subsequent week we will try to do the data analysis right away. So once we are done with the questionnaire, you can also go back and you will see that the questionnaire will be already there in your Google Forms that we have just created. You see that the question is already there that I have created. You can remove it, rename it, open it, get a link, and so on and so forth. So that is what I was planning to discuss with you today. I hope that you enjoyed the lecture. Please stay tuned. Let me know if there is anything else and we'll discuss it in the live section. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to prepare your Google Forms. Make it look beautiful, and then we will see that in the live section. Take care. Bye.